it as well. And I will start sharing my screen. So if you remember from our last lesson, we agreed on the topic of Croatia.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we even start the cards, what could you tell me about Croatia? What is your prior knowledge?
In Croatia there is a sea,
Mhm.
and there is usually very hot,
Yeah,
in the summer.
the climate is really hot.
Yeah, and
That's all right. You don't need to say a whole load of things. I believe that many things that we might go through today might be a bit new for you. So, even before the cards, I kind of prepared for you a quick map of Croatia. So you can see kind of, it's right here next to the sea, as you said, it's called the Adriatic Sea. But now let's see the cards. So our first one is gonna be Croatia. Could you repeat it and read the sentence?
Croatia. Croatia is a lovely country with many beautiful places to explore.
Yeah, I agree, it's quite lovely. And let's take a look at the definition of what Croatia is. Could you read it?
Croatia is a country in Europe known for its beautiful coastline along the Adriatic Sea.
The Adriatic Sea, yeah. So that's the sea that borders Croatia. And
Yeah.
itself is a country, yeah. It's quite a small country. I don't think it's much bigger than Czech Republic, but it's quite popular for summer vacations. So, what is the most interesting thing you know about Croatia?
The most interesting thing is like the sea. Yeah, and like the houses, the small houses in Croatia, they have always like red roofs.
Yeah, that's true. It creates a quite nice scenery with all the red roofs. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and our second question. How do you think life in Croatia might be different from your country?
It will be different because there is the sea, and we would every day go to the sea, and maybe it will be for someone good and for someone not. The better, it's hot always.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you would like to live there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like yes.
Yeah, it would be nice. Hmm. And what is the capital city of Croatia? Dubrovnik or Zagreb?
Zagreb, I think.
Yeah, it is Zagreb. Well done. And which sea borders Croatia to the west? The Adriatic Sea or the Black Sea?
The Adriatic Sea.
Correct. And we have the west over here. Do you know um the other parts of a compass? I forgot how to call it otherwise. Um, like parts of the world. So you've got west. What are the other ones?
Uh, I don't know, like what do you mean?
Yeah, I forgot how to call it in English, to be honest. In Czech it's světové strany,
Oh,
jako
okay.
jih, sever, tak. Do you know how we call those in English?
West, east, north, south,
Yep. North
and
and
south.
Yes, so these four. Um, so there is an actual acronym that kids are learned in English schools to remember this. So never eat shredded wheat. So that's how I remember it. Which is which. But yeah, to the west of Croatia is the Adriatic Sea. So now that you see this picture, what comes to your mind about Croatia?
So it's in the sea is called Adriatic Sea, and the roofs on the houses are like always red. I don't know if it is a tradition or not, but yeah, and the weather is always hot.
Yeah, the weather is nice and hot all year round. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question whether the roofs, if they're intentionally red, as like there's a law or something, or if it's just a tradition to keep it this way. Maybe one day we could ask a Croatian.
Yeah.
Okay, and our second word is going to be the Adriatic Sea.
Adriatic Sea. The Adriatic Sea is perfect for swimming and relaxing during the summer.
I agree with that. It's nice in there.
Yeah.
And how would you define the Adriatic Sea?
Like it's when it's hot, it is hot, and when it's cold, it is cold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good way to kind of define something. But yeah, let's take a look at what we have over here. They're probably gonna say something like the sea next to Croatia. It is the body of water that borders Croatia to the west, famous for its clear blue waters. Yeah, the water is really nice in there.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what? This actually looks familiar. I don't know if I'm bugging out or if I've actually been there. I might have. I don't know. It looks very familiar. I guess all places in Croatia are very similar, so it might be a different picture from a different location. But I have a feeling that I might have actually been here. But anyway, why do you think the Adriatic Sea is popular with tourists?
Maybe it has clear water.
Yeah, that's definitely one like attractive point about it. And what activities could you enjoy doing at the Adriatic Sea?
Um, the paddleboarding.
Mhm.
I've did that, and maybe like in some luxury boat, I would like to try on the sea.
Oh, yeah, that would be a nice experience to go on a maybe cruise ship or even a smaller, just on a ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you said, paddle boarding. I don't think you're even able to surf there since the waves aren't that big. So probably a bit more limited here. And which country does not border the Adriatic Sea? Italy or Germany?
Germany.
Yeah, definitely Germany here. Italy is just on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And what color is the water of the Adriatic Sea known for? Clear blue or dark green?
It's clear blue, I think. It's
Yeah,
not green.
yeah. It's a nice bluish color.
Yeah.
So now that you see this picture, what would you tell somebody about the Adriatic Sea?
The Adriatic Sea has not big waves.
It doesn't have big waves.
It doesn't have big waves, and maybe you can paddleboard in the sea.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Salty.
activities.
Salty.
Yeah, it's salty as well. Yeah. Hold on. And our next word is going to be Zagreb.
Zagreb is a bustling city with friendly people and interesting architecture.
Could you come up with a synonym for bustling?
What is cinnamon?
A synonym is a word that means the same thing with the same meaning, but it's something different.
Like beautiful, maybe beautiful.
Yeah, bustling is a little bit different to beautiful. It's lively. So there's a lot of going on, a lot of action. Something's lively. The city is bustling. Yeah. And let's take a look at our definition of Zagreb. So it's the capital city of Croatia, located in the north of the country. Yeah, so if you take a look back to the map, I think Zagreb is gonna be somewhere about right here. I think
Yeah, like
this map kind of shows it better. No, I cannot zoom in. Yeah, so here in the north of the country. And I think I also prepared some photos from Zagreb. Here we go. I'll get rid of this. Yeah, so it looks like a quite nice city actually. With some nice ancient architectural wonders. Yeah. It looks a little bit similar to Prague. What do you think?
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, even this picture, it just makes me think of Prague.
Yeah.
Okay. And what attractions would you like to visit in Zagreb, if you know about any?
I would like to visit the fun fair because there is always a fun fair, and when we come to Croatia, there is always a fun fair.
Oh, so that's entertaining. Yeah, I get that. Cool. And how do you think Zagreb compares to other cities you know? What are maybe some similarities or some differences?
The similarity is like the Prague you said, and the the
Difference?
the difference is maybe I don't know. Maybe there are less shopping, some stores.
Shopping centers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
maybe. Yeah. I guess the culture of the people is gonna be very different. And then that kind of links to the life in the city. But yeah, it looks similar to many cities, such as Prague. And what is Zagreb famous for? Medieval castles or modern architecture and museums?
modern architectures and museums.
Yeah. And actually, one more thing that Zagreb is famous for, which I think I've prepared, or maybe not. Wait, it's somewhere up here. Oh yeah, for Dinamo Zagreb, which is a football club. It's quite dominant in Croatia. I think it has won the league like past 20 years. I don't know.
Like
Uh,
the
yeah, sometimes they even play in the Champions League, but compared to other European teams, they're not that good, I would say. But yeah, they're based in Zagreb. Okay. And obviously as well, it's famous for its modern architecture and museums. And which river flows through Zagreb? Sava River or the Danube River?
the Sava River flows
Yeah.
through the Zagreb.
I think the Danube is a bit up north from Croatia. So when you see a photo of Zagreb, what kind of emotions does it evoke in you? What do you think?
Oh, it has a beautiful architecture with lots of mountains, maybe.
Yeah, you can see some in the background over here.
And some large buildings and large buildings and maybe some historical buildings.
Yeah. And what do you like about the city based on this photo?
I like the red roofs.
Oh yeah, the red roofs again. Yeah.
And the trees maybe in
Yeah.
the street.
I agree with the trees. They look really nice. Some alleys over here and then even inside. Yeah, it looks nice. Okay, and our other word, another big city, is Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik's old town feels like stepping back in time with its narrow streets and historic buildings.
Yeah, Dubrovnik. Have you been there before?
No, we've been only in Porridge.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Dubrovnik is known for its ancient architecture and its beautiful walls. Let's take a look at the definition of what Dubrovnik is. It is a historic city on the Adriatic coast, known for its medieval walls and old town. Yeah, I think I've searched up Dubrovnik as well because they have filmed many TV shows there, including Game of Thrones. So the fictional King's Landing is set in Dubrovnik in Croatia. So here you can see a photo from the show and then how it looks in real life.
My God, that's so cool.
Yeah, you probably haven't seen Game of Thrones. It's a bit for um older kids, but definitely seeing pictures of Dubrovnik, it evokes the feelings of the show to me. Like this looks so much like the place that it is in the show.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a beautiful city with the sea here as well. Wow, that's nice. Okay, let's take a look at some questions as well. So, why do you think Dubrovnik is called the Pearl of the Adriatic?
I don't know, but I think it's in the middle.
It might be in the middle, actually, yeah. Maybe since pearls are usually beautiful, maybe that's why it's called a pearl, that it's so nice and kind of the nicest part of the Adriatic, maybe. Who knows? Okay, and what would you like to explore in Dubrovnik's old town if you visited?
I would like to explore if there are like some. I would like to see the narrow streets, and I would like to see some historical like buildings
Yeah, that would look quite beautiful.
or churches.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see a church in the background here. It might look nice on the inside, yeah. And what is Dubrovnik known for? Medieval walls and old town or desert landscapes?
Maybe medieval walls and old town.
Yeah, definitely. And oh, okay. Which famous TV series used Dubrovnik as a filming location for its fictional city, King's Landing? Game of Thrones or The Witcher?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so I unintentionally gave you the answer before. But yeah, King's Landing, it looks beautiful in the show, and that's mainly because of the actual location of Dubrovnik. So now that you see this picture with the beautiful lighting, the sea here and the walls, what kind of do you have to say about Dubrovnik?
It is a historic town with very narrow streets and many historical buildings and some restaurants by the sea.
Yeah, it looks very nice. And another marvel of Croatia, we've got Plitvice lakes.
Plitvice Lakes. Visiting Plitvice Lakes was an unforgettable experience with its emerald green lakes and cascading waterfalls.
Yeah, have you ever been to the Plitvice lakes?
No, we haven't been.
Oh, okay. I've been there quite a long time ago. I don't really remember it, but I know that I've been there. And it looks nice. And it is a stunning national park in Croatia featuring interconnected lakes and waterfalls. Mhm. So, how would you describe the beauty of Plitvice Lakes to a friend?
Um, I would say there are lots of lakes with dark, dark green emerald like color of the lake, and there are many. There are not streets, but like dirty paths. I don't know,
Mhm.
and lots of trees, green trees, and some waterfalls from the
Mhm.
lakes.
Yeah, definitely. The waterfalls look nice. If you're thinking of dirty paths, maybe it's this thing. It looks like a sidewalk. They just kind of built it there for the people
Yeah,
to
I would
come
like
up
to go
close.
there.
Yeah, yeah, it looks nice. Hmm. And what do you think makes Plitvice Lakes a popular tourist destination?
Um, I think the lakes and the waterfalls and the beautiful green trees is a like tourist attraction.
Yeah, it definitely looks really nice. So a lot of tourists want to see it on their own eyes. Plitvice Lakes is famous for its desert dunes or interconnected lakes and waterfalls.
It is famous for interconnected lakes and waterfalls.
Yeah, it's quite far from being the desert. And Plitvice Lakes is a national park or a city.
National Park.
Yeah. Mhm. So when you see this beautiful picture, what could you say about Plitvice Lakes?
Prudhoe Lakes is a really beautiful national park because it has got uh, wooden path by the trees and by the waterfall and emerald green lakes.
Yeah, very good. And our last word is going to be the Dalmatian coast. Could you read it?
Dalmatian coast. I dream of sailing along the Dalmatian coast and exploring its hidden coves and charming villages.
Mhm. Let's take a look at the definition here. So the coastal region of Croatia, characterized by its picturesque beaches and islands. Yeah, all the pictures that we have here are just so beautiful. So, what do you find most appealing about the Dalmatian coast?
Maybe like the rocky beach, rocky beaches, and the maybe the high mountains or what's that?
Yeah,
And the houses by this beach.
yeah. Again, we've got the red rooftops over here. Yeah, I agree. All of it together just paints a really nice picture. And how would you spend your holiday on the Dalmatian coast?
I would spend I would spend it like maybe playing with the sand
Mhm.
on the
Yeah,
beach and swimming in the lake.
yeah. Yeah, most beaches, however, are rocky. Some of them might actually have sand, I'm not that sure. But since it's such a small sea, I think the erosion doesn't work as strongly as somewhere else, so there's still rocks and not sand. But yeah, you could definitely relax there. And what is the Dalmatian coast known for? Mountain ranges or picturesque beaches and islands?
Picturesque beaches and islands.
Yeah, this is picturesque. It just means that it looks really nice on a photo. And you could take a picture of it. And which type of animal is the Dalmatian coast named after? A dog breed or a bird species?
Dog breed.
Yeah, the Dalmatian. So you've got this picture of the Dalmatian coast. What could you tell me about it?
The beach is called from a breed of dog. And it is like coast for boats by the beach and by the lake and the mountains. And the city, or I don't know what the village is.
Small town, maybe.
Yeah, is by the high mountains.
Yeah, so definitely Croatia is a mixture of like the sea by the coast and then mountains more inside. Okay, good job. So these are all of our words. And now, how would you sum up the topic of Croatia using our 6 words that we've gone through today?
So the cities, the cities, like famous cities in Croatia, is Dubrovnik, Zagreb.
What is Dubrovnik known for? What's so special about it?
Because it is a historical city, I think, with beautiful architecture.
And what about Zagreb? What is the
Zagreb is the main city of Croatia.
Yeah, the capital city.
In the capital city. And all the houses have red roofs.
Yeah, definitely. And now, not thinking about the sea, what other beauties are there in Croatia? Some nature.
National park, I don't know the name, the lakes.
Yeah, Plitvice lakes.
And the Dalmatian coast.
Yeah, Dalmatian coast. Dalmatian. Okay, good job today. Was this topic enjoyable for you? Would you maybe recommend it to somebody who doesn't know something about Croatia?
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Okay, great. So, actually, after seeing all these nice pictures, I'm considering going to Croatia for the summer. It just looks so nice and picturesque.
We're gonna go to Croatia.
Oh, you are actually? Okay, so maybe you will even go to Dubrovnik and all the other places that we've got on here.
We are going to Porridge.
Oh, okay. So enjoy your holiday there then.
Yeah, thank you.
So, nice lesson. Good job. And I'll be seeing you next week then.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That was interesting.